Undetermined, unconcluded, unsolved. Words all used to describe cold cases. But to the investigators, only one word comes to mind: open. Currently, the sheriff's office is working on two separate John Doe cases. In 1987, a fisherman found a man's remains in some mesquite bushes. When investigators arrived, one thing stood out about this subject that still creates questions today.
When they found his remains, his socks were pretty much pristine, his white socks, indicating that he probably didn't walk to where he was found.
No identification was found at either scene, and even though the remains were sent away for an autopsy and the cause of death came back undetermined, for investigators, there's still more to prove.
You know, they teach us as young investigators that, you know, when every death is suspicious, every death is a homicide until you prove it isn't.
When you go to a death scene, you want to make sure that that person that died, it was natural.
The other John Doe case began on December 2nd of 1996 when an employee at the Texas A&M AgriLife Research and Extension Center found a man's remains on the surrounding property. Like the previous case, there was very little evidence. So where do investigators begin?
What I've done on both these cases, I've gone into the Texas database and the national database, and I've looked at missing people from Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, the states that surround us. So you narrow it down and you look at all the people that are, the information that's available on the databases, and hopefully one of them will fit what you have.
When you find just a skeleton of someone, and with very little evidence, it's a very difficult case. So the main thing to do first is to find out who they are, and then to find the trail of why they were there, what happened to them.
A majority of the time, several agencies usually work together to try to solve these cases for many reasons.
But we always invite the state, still the case agent, and we still feel responsible for the cases, even though other agencies are involved.
You get a cold case, you look at the case, start from scratch, you just look at it with a different perspective.
You do not want to target one theory or one. You want to look at the totality of everything that you get, all the evidence, and then see where that leads you.
Still, days, weeks, months, and even years pass. Lab tests take time, witnesses move or retire, but there's always this truth.
And there's no statute of limitations, so they never go away.